Looking back, I remember my first interpreting job. It's indelible. I'll never forget it. I'm sure it's the same for everybody who remembers their first interpreting job. So my first interpreting job was in a K through 12 setting. It was at an elementary school. I had never actually interpreted for work and been paid for it. Never before. This was my first time. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the other teachers, the other interpreters, the students. I had no clue. I didn't know a thing. So I go in. I was young. I'm very nervous, and they tell me where to go. Okay, go to this classroom. So I go into the classroom and I sit down and I'm waiting, and I'm not even sure what's happening, who I'm interpreting for, or when. I'm just sitting there waiting. I'll never forget. All right, so there I am waiting, and then a woman comes up, walks up from behind me and says, "Hi." I look up and I say, "Hi," and she introduces herself as Alice Burnett. She says, "I'm Alice Burnett." Now, if you live in Tulsa, you know Alice. She's, you could consider her famous. She's a fantastic interpreter. All right, so she comes up, introduces herself, and I say, "Hi, I'm Josiah. I'm new. I don't know what to do." And Alice just smiles and says, "Come with me. I'll show you around. I'll help you out." And this was the first day. And so Alice showed me the various places in the school, introduced me to the students, to the teachers, showed me where the auditorium was, the other interpreters, and all of this, right? This is day one. And again, so I started the morning, I was so nervous. And then as the day went on, being with Alice, and, I felt like, okay, it's going to be okay. I felt so much better, and I felt so much more comfortable. Now, I will always, forever, look up to Alice. Much respect. I love Alice. I was thinking about that experience, that first day of interpreting. And, now, many years later, I've been interpreting for many years. I have a wealth of experience. And if I were to lose sight, disconnect from that experience and just move forward, just move on and forget about it, then I would lose that heart of compassion. Compassion for new interpreters and their experience. It's easy just to kind of forget about it, look forward, set new goals, keep moving forward. But I think it's important for me to take a moment and look back and think about that experience and to empathize with new interpreters' experience. I mean, they have goals, they have motivations, they have desires, and, just having to work through this. So I'm thinking, I should have that heart, a heart of a mentor, a heart that's compassionate, that wants to help and guide. And I believe really that all interpreters who are experienced and, they've been interpreting for several years, that they should adopt that same type of heart, the heart of a mentor. To show and guide and lead younger beginning interpreters, or sometimes called baby interpreters, but to help and guide and encourage them, and it's good for them, yes, but also in addition to that, it's really great for the interpreting profession, for the interpreting community as a whole. And the deaf community, for that matter. Because the interpreters can then, if they're supporting each other, and they're strong, and they're lifting each other up, and developing and growing together, that means that they have a better heart, better relationships and connections, and better skills, and they're improving, and they're motivated, and they're inspired. And all of that mix of ingredients then influences the broader field. It influences all of our work.